Hey guys, my name is Kirsty and welcome to my first video of 2018. Now I haven't actually been filming a lot lately because I just thought I'd have a little bit of a break after Bookmas because it was a lot of filming and a lot of editing, so I just thought I would take a break and I would start mid-January just getting back into the swing of things again. Today I'm going to be showing you my December book haul. Now there's a lot of books because these are ones that I bought myself and also ones that I received for Christmas. So there's a lot to get through, but we'll get there in the end. So the first books that I'm going to be talking about are books that I brought myself. I didn't buy any graphic novels this month, so that's a section that we can just kind of skip. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into it because there is a lot to get through. So the first book that I bought for myself this month was Frost Like Night by Sarah Rush. And this is the third book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. She does actually have another book coming out that is a completely separate series, and it's called These Rebel Waves, and I can't remember when it's coming out, but I know it's mid-year I think, or something like that. So that's definitely something to look forward to. I haven't read Snow Like Ashes yet or Ice Like Fire. At least now I have the whole trilogy so I can just binge read it whenever I feel like reading the trilogy. Then we have one that's part of like a mini collection, and that is Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this is part of the Penguin Classics Deluxe editions. So there's a new cover, we've got the spine there, and it's also got, I don't know if you can see there, but it's also got deckled pages, which is absolutely brilliant. So I thought I would treat myself and buy yet another copy of Dracula. The next ones that we have are also part of the same kind of section as Dracula, and that is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Again, this is the Penguins Classics Deluxe edition with the deckled pages there. Another copy of Wuthering Heights to add to my classics collection. And I did also buy another copy of Wuthering Heights, and this is a cover that I have never seen before. It's the Faber Classics edition, and I just thought I just had to get it because it's a brilliant book and I can't get enough of having different editions of classics. And then also within the same section I also bought myself Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and this is also the Penguins Classics Deluxe edition with the deckled pages there. I did do Jane Eyre for one of my modules at university and I absolutely loved the book and it's become one of my favourites, so I just had to get this special edition here. Like Wuthering Heights, I also got the Faber Classics edition here because again I haven't seen this cover before and I was quite intrigued, so I decided to buy it, and it was from work as well, and it only cost me £2.99, which is also a big bonus. The next one I brought is kind of a factual book, and I also brought this from work and it only cost me £5, and that is The A to Z of Great Modern Writers by Andy Tuhai and Caroline Taggart, and this just runs through A to Z of the great modern writers. So we have, just to reel off some names for you, we've got Margaret Atwood, James Baldwin, Samuel Beckett, Angela Carter, Philip K. Dick, F. Scott Fitzgerald. We've got Aldous Huxley, Kazuo Ishiguro, James Joyce, Franz Kafka, Doris Lessing. So you get a chapter on an author. So this is Margaret Atwood here, and you get some information about her and the books that she's written, and I just think it's a really helpful book, especially because I want to start reading more kind of widely, and I feel like this is a great book to give me some prompts as to where to start. So I thought I would get this. The next ones that I have to show you are actually the same book but with two different editions, and that is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. So I now have the e-arc, I have a physical arc, I have the finished copy that came with Fairy Loot, and I have the 2 paperback editions. And one of these, I think it's this one. This one is the Waterstones edition, and it's got red spray painted edges. And then this one is the Tesco exclusive edition with the yellow spray painted edges. And you know what? I know there's the exact same story inside, but I just love it when I have different copies of books. So I had to get them, and they were at such a good price as well, so I just had to. Then we have the Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin Elias-Sayans. And I haven't actually read anything by this author before. I know that he's also read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, but like I said, I haven't actually read that. I do own it, but I just haven't got around to it yet. But this was on buy one get one half price at my local Waterstones, so I decided to pick this one up. And so at least now I do have it in case I fancy reading it. But I have heard such brilliant things about this book, and I just can't wait for it to make its way up my TBR so I can finally get around to it. Then we have The Distance Between Us by Casey West. For those of you who don't know, I actually volunteer at a charity bookstore on Friday mornings, which also means that I get to see these amazing books that are donated from my local town, and I get first pick of them because I am in charge of the young adult section. And I have heard such brilliant things about Casey West, but I have never actually read any of her books because they sound too much like cheesy contemporary, and I'm not really interested in that. Like, I like contemporary books, but not the too cheesy mushy ones. But I thought, you know what, for £1.50 I can't really complain, so I decided to buy it and give it a go. It's only short, it's 250 pages, and this is where it gets a bit strange because I brought The Lost Plot by Genevieve Cogman, which is book 4 in the Invisible Library series. Now, I own book 1, I own book 2, I don't own book 3, and then I just brought this one. I don't know, that's Kirsty logic for you. I'm a bit backwards, but this was a really good deal, so I decided to pick it up. And because the 3rd book hasn't come on any deals, then I haven't picked that one up because I always wait till books come down a lot in price before I buy them. I decided to get this one as it's the newest book in the Invisible Library series, and it's quite strange because I don't know whether I actually enjoyed the Invisible Library book. I have very mixed feelings about it. I do have a review for it, so I will leave that in the description box below. But it's a very strange concept, but I'm really intrigued as to where Genevieve Cogman takes the series, so that's why I've brought the rest of the books apart from the 3rd one, because I'm just intrigued as to where it's going to go. And the covers are shiny and amazing, which also helps to catch my attention and my bank account. And the penultimate book that I have for the books I bought myself section is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. And I brought this one from the charity bookstore that I work at. This book was nominated for loads and loads and loads of the literary awards, and I was really intrigued as to why it's being nominated. And when I saw it in my bookstore for £2.50, I was like, you know what, I'm very intrigued as to why it's won loads of awards, so I brought it. And look at these end pages. I mean, it's just a massive crossword. Unfortunately, you can't do it because there's no kind of prompts, but you know what, they're amazing and it's brilliantly designed, so I can't wait to get around to this one as well. And the last book in this section is the hardcover edition of Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I also saw this at my proper job in retail where I work, and it was only £2.99, so I thought I have to get this. I own the original paperback cover, the fan art cover, and now I have the hardcover edition. And we have the end pages are a map of the school where Simon and Baz go, and then naked, it is pink with them kissing, which is just gorgeous and special and brilliant. So I definitely had to pick this one up for £3. You can't argue with that price at all. And now we move on to the books that I got for Christmas. There's quite a few, so just sit back and relax. I'm going to whiz through these as well. But the first one that I have for Christmas is Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor, and this is a companion novel to Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy that Laini Taylor has also wrote, and I just think this is so cute. The end pages are gorgeous. Naked, it is absolutely gorgeous, so that's another benefit of buying this book. This is the American hardcover edition because the UK one is just blue, and I liked this one. It does have illustrations in the book as well, which I absolutely love because I love illustrated books. Just, yeah. So that's the Daughter of Smoke. No, it's not the Daughter of Smoke and Bone, it's Night of Cake and Puppets. Then we have the first two books in another series, and that is Air Awakened, which is book 1 in the Air Awakened series by Elise Cover, who is also the author of the Alchemists of Loom trilogy. So we have book 1 here, and then I also got book 2, which is Fire Falling. I absolutely love these books because look at the covers. That artwork is just amazing, and I love how white the pages are. They're just pure white. And this is a very high fantasy, and I'm very, very intrigued as to Elise Cover's previous work before Alchemist of Loom. So I was very excited to get these for Christmas. Then I got Furthermore by Tahara Moffi, and I'm glad that I got this one because I really want to buy and read Witchwood, which is also by Tahara Moffi, and it's also the companion novel to Furthermore, but I hadn't read Furthermore, so I had to read that before Witchwood, so I'm glad I received this so I can finally get around to it. And the cover is also absolutely gorgeous, and this is going to be the first Tahara Moffi book that I've actually read because I still haven't read the Shatter Me series. What is going on with me? Like, oh, there's so many books I haven't read that I really want to get round to, but there's just not enough time in my days. Then we have another book from one of my favourite authors of all time, and that is The Archived by Victoria Schwab, V.E. Schwab, who wrote Our Dark Duet, The Savage Song. Those were in the wrong order, but you get the idea. Imagine a place where the dead rest on shelves like books. Fun times. That reminds me of Game of Thrones, you know, when Arya walks in to that room and there's those heads all on the shelves. It reminds me of that. Okay, so it's got nothing to do with books, but you know what, oh well, I love Victoria Schwab, so I don't really care. But this does actually remind me of that whole scene with Arya, and this is a series as well, so I'm really excited to get around to the whole series, and I love Victoria Schwab's writing, so that is definitely something to look forward to. Then we have a second book in a trilogy, and I already own the first and third books, but for some reason I didn't have the second book. I really don't know what's going on with my logic right now. But that is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. And this is the second book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. I've read Jenny Han's The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. I thought it was alright, but I've heard even better things about this trilogy, so I can't wait to get around to that. And plus it's being made into a movie, which is absolutely brilliant and just gives me more incentive to read this as quickly as I can and as soon as I can. Then I have one that I have been wanting for absolutely ages, and that is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is the American version, and it's a big book. It is like a brick. I love Marissa Meyer's writing. I love the Lunar Chronicles, and this is a completely new world and something that I'm very, very interested in. The cover is amazing. The spine is gorgeous. naked. I don't know what it looks like. Oh, it's just blue, but that's still cool. So yeah, this is something that I am definitely looking forward to reading in the near future. And then we have another American edition, because the Americans just seem to have better covers and it's not fair. And that is What Happened by Hillary Clinton. The UK cover has like a big picture of Hillary Clinton on the front cover and it just looks really cheesy, whereas I think this one looks more professional and kind of serious and business-like. So I really wanted the American edition, and that's the one that I got. And we have a picture of Hillary Clinton on the back. I absolutely love her, but this is not a time to go into politics or anything, so let's just leave that to the side. But I really wanted to read her autobiography. Again, naked. It is just plain blue, but this is something that I am really interested in. I'm such a politics nerd. I'm really interested in politics, and I'm really intrigued as to read her point of view on what happened. So definitely need to get around to this soon. This is the last few ones now, so let's just quickly wrap this video up. The next book that I got for Christmas is one that I have been wanting forever, and that is Shirley Jackson's biography, and it's written by Ruth Franklin, and it's called Shirley Jackson, A Rather Haunted Life. I am a massive fan of Shirley Jackson's work. We Have Always Lived in This Castle is one of my favourite books of all time, and I've just been looking for this for ages. In every single Waterstones that I go into, I look for it, they don't have it, I get upset. And my parents bought me this for Christmas, and I was so happy, because now I can finally read it and read about one of my favourite authors. And it's floppy, which is also another bonus. I mean, look at that. Look how perfect that is. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading this very soon. And then this is a book that my dad thought that I would be really interested in. For those of you who don't know, I recently took a Gothic module at university, and it really interested me about the supernatural, the atmospheric conditions of Gothic literature. And so my dad thought it would be a really good idea to get The Ghost, A Cultural History by Susan Owens. And this is just a run through of Gothic throughout the years, and I just think it looks so interesting. This cover is amazing, the spine is gorgeous, and I looked on Goodreads yesterday and it's got an average of 4.38 out of 5, which just makes me even more intrigued about this book. And yeah, it's got pictures in it and just history, and those are two things that I absolutely love. And plus Gothic literature as well, obviously. So that's, and it says, so I'm going to read a bit of the blurb out to you. It says, in this rich survey, Susan Owens explores the wide range of roles that ghosts have played in Britain's cultural life, looking at how they reflect our changing attitudes, our hopes and fears, featuring a dazzling range of artists including William Blake, Dante, Gabriel Rossetti, Shakespeare, Mary Shelley, Emily Bronte, Charles Dickens, Sarah Waters. So this just sounds brilliant and something that I can't wait to get around to, and even use in academic essays. So that's always a bonus, because I'm always looking for new academic material to use in my essays, and this is just gorgeous. Last two in this section, I promise. So my very good friend at work, she brought me the Harry Potter colouring book, and I have been eyeing this for quite some time, and I've just never got around to buying it, but she brought it me and now I'm really happy. I haven't started it yet, but I plan to very soon, and it's just absolutely amazing, and I love Harry Potter. Speaking of Harry Potter, another book that my parents brought me was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, and illustrated by Olivia Lomanek-Gill. I really don't know how to pronounce those last two names, I am so sorry. But this did actually surprise me, because I thought that Jim Kay would be illustrating this one as well, because he illustrated the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, so I thought he would stay on and illustrate Fantastic Beasts, but obviously not. There was another illustrator that came in to do this one. And this is just an A to Z of all the Fantastic Beasts that are in Harry Potter. So, for example, we have, oh, this book is really big. We have the Centaur. I don't know if you can see that, but there we have it. Centaur. There. And then just some information about it. Then we have, oh, there's just so many to choose from. The Chinese fireball there with some information about that. And these illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. We have the Niffler there, and this book is getting way too big for me to keep holding, so I'm going to put it down now. But this is just absolutely brilliant addition to my Harry Potter collection, and it makes me so happy. And the last book in my December book haul is one that I got from a book subscription unboxing, and this is the December Fairy Loot book. Here we have it. This is the December book for Fairy Loot, and I'm not going to show you because spoilers, but I think everyone should have it by now, I think. But yeah, there we have it. If you want to see my December Fairy Loot unboxing, I will also link that in the description box below for you to check out. So yeah, there we have it. That is my first video in the new year. So it's going to be exciting to get back into filming and editing, but it's also going to be very stressful because I have a lot of blog posts to catch up on. So we shall see how that goes. I may not be able to upload videos consistently, but I will try and upload them whenever I can. But yeah, that is my December book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you've got any comments, questions, feedback, leave them in the comments box below. Any reviews that I have for any of these books, I will also leave in the description box below. My aim is to post on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm not going to be posting readathon videos for now because I do have a lot going on, and I just need to learn how to rebalance my time again after Christmas, and I'm going back to university soon. So yeah, I need to get back into the swing of things before I start doing any readathon videos. But when I do start doing my readathon videos, you will know. If you do want notifications for when any videos go up, just click on the bell icon below after you've subscribed, of course, and you'll get notifications for when I post any new videos. And yeah, that is all I have left to say. So thank you for watching my first video of 2018, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!